ask what this is, tell them this is what the true black image is. One life collective, no black nemesis. One fight, protection of the black premises. This is black privilege. When they ask what this is, tell them.
Welcome to the Black Privilege Podcast.
This is another episode of the Black Privilege Podcast. I got my team with me, looking hella dapper. I'm going to start to my left and I'm move to my right. So my left will happen to be my boy with the fresh pullover. What's your name, bro?
Matt Co.
Diamond Ruffin.
Amari Adams.
Alex Babatunde.
And I'm Michael Cole, and this is your Black Privilege Podcast. How we like to do it is we like to start with a quick little mental health check-in. It's been a minute since we've been together as a group. So I just want to see what the group has been going through, how we feeling. So I'm going to let Baba go ahead and take over that.
All right, bet. So I'm going to start off with my boy Matt. On a scale of 1 to 10, how you feeling this week, bro?
I'll give it like a 7.5, 8.
All right.
Just been busy, trying to complete the Secret Santa assignment and get other gifts, and then also at the same time I had a couple of deadlines for some submissions to magazines. So
East Coast Magazine. We putting that plug out there. Matt doing poetry for East Coast Magazine.
So yeah. So other than that, I mean, it's been a long week, but it's been good.
All right, that's good to hear. How about you, Diamond?
I'll say, man, it's been about 7.5, 8. Life is good, honestly. It's just constant fires you got to put out and keep moving. You know what I mean? With business, relationship, keeping the girl happy at home. But life is good, bro. For real.
Hold up. I'm sorry, Bob. I know you. Yo, what you got going on? What just happened?
Nothing happened, bro.
No, what just happened? Then you just opened something?
Yeah, I just opened the fitness
That's
facility.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
You know what I mean? But yeah, things is going well, man. We plan on opening Diamond Fitness January 16th in Livingston, New Jersey. So
Hey,
congrats. Applause for the boy.
Been a long time coming.
You gonna drop that location?
Yup, Livingston, New Jersey, man. 34 South Livingston Avenue.
Word.
Bet. All right, Mike, how you feeling?
I'm gonna give it about a 7.
Okay.
7. This week has been very stressful. Work. I'm looking forward to the Christmas holiday. Just to have some downtime, just to relax. To be honest with you, work has been kicking my ass. But overall, I will say this: today's about at a 9 because I'm with y'all. And
yes, sir.
You know what? I switched that to a 10.
All right.
Y'all definitely y'all making me feel good about today. Shout out to my uncle. We doing a surprise birthday. He don't know that, and he won't even find out, so it don't even matter. But I'm looking forward to that. Family, I'm with y'all, so I'm good.
Amari, how you feeling?
What's up, y'all? I would probably give it about a 9.5.
Okay.
Love it.
Why's that?
I mean, for me, I work from home on Thursday.
Okay.
It was off Friday, and Friday I also, as you can see on the table, I launched my candles for my brand, Awesome Amari, for aromatherapy. So cop up.
Yo.
Clap it up.
You know what I mean? Get on the site.
Yo, raise it up. Show them
Get on the site. You feel me? We got 6 different flavors for y'all.
All different type. Pass me one, bro.
You know what I mean? Everybody get one.
This is actually my favorite right here.
Right here.
Let's get it. And the shirts and the smirch. You got the smirch.
You feel me, everybody?
You know what I'm saying?
So, Amari, what's your personal favorite right now? Which one's your go-to?
I would say I like protect. Honestly, I like all of them. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. I like all of them. Everybody is. It's always good to set the mood in your safe place. Just set the vibe, set the mood, and aromatherapy is a great way to help with mental health, mental clarity. Just just setting the mood, like I said. So just cop up. They on the site. So I appreciate everybody that's been, supporting through social media, just pushing the brand, we're going to keep it going in remembrance of my brother Zakee Williams. We're going to keep his name alive. You know what I mean? Asim Amari, we're going to protect love.
Sir.
You know what I mean? Just give positive energy. So we're going to, of course, pass it to Baba.
All right, I'm gonna close out the mental check-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm about like a 7 or 8. Like everybody said, it's just been a busy last couple of weeks to close out the year. Work's been busy, but really excited to be here. Gonna have some time off to just rest, chill with friends, family for the Christmas season. So really looking forward to that. And gonna pass it off to Mike to get us into the conversation today.
Yo, let's get it. So this conversation, I think, is very much needed for our viewers. And I think it's needed because we need the audience to understand, with all due respect, what the fuck we about. If you look at what Black Privilege Podcast means, to be honest with you, some people could be turned off by the topic or at least the name that we gave it. But this is the episode to address any sort of concerns, any sort of questions, any sort of comments or any thoughts that you may have about what it is that we stand for, what we're about. At the same time, I hope that this episode truly brings you a degree of enlightenment, inspiration, and at the same time, I hope that it really does, in my personal opinion, and I can speak from everybody else, I hope that it really does sow a seed about what it means to be a man or a woman of color in our positions. So I'm going to go ahead and just dive right in. Fellas, this topic today is about Black privilege and what it means to all of us. We can do free fire, but you know what? I want to like start it off with my boy Diamond. I'm going to call you Pressure right now. I'm going to call you Pressure.
Okay.
What does Black privilege mean to you, my guy?
I think, well, to me personally, Black privilege is, let's start off here in America, right? It's being Black people. You know, some of us come from slavery. Some of us come from, you know, different parts of, you know, the world. But we go through certain things to make us who we are, right? I think having those hard times, that is a privilege, to be honest, because it teaches you a lot about life and how to overcome things and how to overcome adversity, you know? And Black is a beautiful thing. You know, we were the first people here on this earth, you know, so that says a lot for us to still be here for however long we were discovered and still thriving. You know, there are a lot of Black people that are successful, you know, in America and all over the world. Like, not even just America, all over the world. It's a beautiful thing, man. And yeah, that and the privilege part, like I said before, just being able to go through certain things and still overcome. And I think that's something that we can look to people before us who have done that, and, you know, we can be successful in our own personal lives.
Word, I feel that. Now, I just want to put a disclaimer out there. So before we started our episode, I reached out to all 6 of us, and I wanted to essentially go through the definition of Black privilege, and I've broken down word by word. Obviously, it's only 2 words, so it's not like I'm doing too much. So Black, based on the Merriam-Webster definition, the definitions that I saw were, in terms of the definition of Black solely, it means dirty or soiled. It means without light, something that's absent of light. And then when you look at the word privilege, we're essentially talking about being granted rights that are undeserved, something that you don't earn, but that's given to you. And you're looked at in a superior light based on literally nothing that you've done. So many times people look at privilege, and we do attach that to white privilege. I want us to make sure we go deeper into how we're trying to debunk that definition in terms of the work and the type of podcast that we're trying to put forward to the people. So I'm going to swing that. If you don't mind, Bob, I'm going to swing that to you.
Word. For me, I think when I think about Black privilege, I really think about where I started out in my life. Like, I think that we know there's two definitions of Black privilege. As it is, you can talk about black privilege from the stance where we do have a wealth gap between the average income in black families than you do white families. We can talk about the infertility rates. We can talk about the black privilege in the system where black women aren't treated the same in hospitals. But when I look at it from my lens and how I grew up, well, I'll say my black privilege is I grew up into a middle family home. I was given opportunity to get an education. I was given opportunities that not all black people have. And that's a privilege I take. I think about my grandfather who came from Nigeria, had to travel over here for a whole nother opportunity to make his family better. And I didn't have to go through that. I was born, I was given this unearned privilege to wake up with a family that's in a place that's not a third world country, regardless, given opportunities that not everybody's had. But the whole thing for black privilege for me is like, what can I do to continue that? I think that's a lot of reason why between One Life Collective, where we do the Secret Santa, where we have the Black Privilege podcast to help share that knowledge, to help build up the next generation. So that's what I think it is. It's our capability for each one of us who are in this place where we're earning our own money, where we have the strength to actually turn that and continue to lift other people up.
I like that. I would like for Amari to kind of take what Baba just explained and go further with it.
Of course, for me, I'm big on just continuing legacy. I know Baba spoke about his, family living on and pushing every generation. So, that's really black privilege for me. Is just taking what fruits you were given by God and just, gradually just doing what you can to make a difference in the world, shining a light and speaking your truth. Just every day we all have struggles, but we have to come together and just build up. Black is beautiful. Black is us. So just got to keep that going and just keep pushing forward.
I like what you said about black is beautiful. And I want you to kind of go deeper on that. When you say black is beautiful, for the audience, there was a long point where that wasn't considered. And remember when I started off after Diamond finished his point, I talked about the absence of light, and you just said black is beautiful. So it sounds like when I think of absence of light, I'm thinking darkness, evil, something that's looked at as not good enough or something. Yeah. So can you go deeper into that for me?
So with absence of light, with black, that's the resource. We're the resource. Everything has to start from darkness. So, from time, everything starts with us. We are the foundation. And of course, we have people that are coming to realize that, as we continue to explore our history, the right history, and
the right. Okay. Yeah. I like that. Mm.
So we just have to just keep exploring. Don't just take what you see on social media, and you got to really dig deep and read books and watch documentaries and just do what you got to do, but don't take everything for face value. You got to be willing to just dig deep. Yeah, go below the surface. You can't always just, oh yeah, okay, somebody said that, they're a celebrity, so I'm gonna believe them. No, you got to dig deep. You got to be able to just explore and just want to figure out what your lineage is, where you come from, just different things like that. So,
well, Matt, you said go below the surface, and I like that comment. First, I want you to tell me what black privilege means to you, but also talk a little bit more about what you mean by going below the surface.
Honestly, when I think of black privilege, I think of the fact that I am proud to be black. First and foremost, I don't look at it as a negative connotation at all, because I understand that other races, and I'm pretty sure majority of other races, want to be, whether they say it or not, they draw from black people, like you said earlier, everything started with black. So when I think of black privilege, number one, it forces us to create, because why? We have the privilege, of being followed for no reason, being harassed, with all that, we still, don't give up. We don't quit.
We overcome.
We overcome the daily struggles. And I just wanted to say one thing. When it comes to Black privilege, and a lot of the time, what I'm trying to say is, a professor basically said a statement, and she said that
you can go ahead and just read it. Go ahead. You got it. You good? Go ahead and read it. You got it up.
So it says traumatic events related to racism have been unrelenting for Blacks. In good times, racism is a stressor. In bad times, racism is a trauma. And like when I was reading that, I was like, wow. Just to, to kind of break it down, all right, so when we have the privilege of being followed or being, or have the privilege of not getting a job because of our skin color or whatever the case might be, we're not physically in it, but we're just watching. So we're stressing about something that might happen. I might get pulled over or I might get shot or this
mental
person,
health.
So that thought. But then when you go through an experience like, all right, I got pulled over now for no reason. You feel me? Now they checking my car. Now it creates the trauma, and a lot of times we don't think about little things like getting pulled over or something of that small, significant, but it has a big impact on us, regardless if we're thinking about it or not. So with all that being said, for us to still create, to be innovators of so many things, but not get credit, and I think a lot of times when you said the Black, darkness, we don't get any light because we can't shine because other people are getting credit for what our culture has done.
We are genuine people.
We never, like in the grand scheme of things, like I'm not saying individuals, we never hating on other people or wishing. Nah, we always, we're
givers. And forgiving. Giving and forgiving. Yeah, go ahead.
So I just think about our culture, and that's part of the reason why I'm privileged, to be Black, is because I see, and I read a lot about how we've gone through so much, but there's people that are still pushing, people that are still trying to create and provide for others.
I like that. Just to go off what you said, man, I think for me, and I'm sure a lot of you would agree, when I think about Black privilege, I think about the fact that we are innovators, we're creatives. We are the originals, like in terms of style, in terms of music, in terms of art. I also think that for me, at least, Black privilege is, in my opinion, an oxymoron because we've seen what privilege looks like on the outside. We've seen for so long people who've been given opportunity based on the color of their skin. But we also have seen people who have been like kind of downgraded based on the color of their skin elevate. And we've seen like a clash of cultures based on that. And for me, I hope that this podcast, in terms of what Black privilege means, essentially is that we hold no hate in our hearts. We love everybody just the same, but we do recognize that we have an opportunity to share a very, very special gift of ourselves, which, in my personal opinion, and I don't want to lose anybody, what I'm saying is that we have a very, very rare opportunity as a people, unlike anybody else, because we have been downtrodden for so many years. However, we keep rising, but we have an opportunity to still teach, to still inspire, to still give, to still also learn. But for me, Black privilege at the same time is we're taking that word away.
The negative.
We're taking that, yes, thank you, man. We're taking that negative connotation away. Black privilege doesn't mean that we think that we're more superior than anybody. Mm-hmm. What we're saying is it's a privilege just to be human. It's a privilege to be black in our own skin. And it doesn't mean just black. It means a person of color. It's a privilege for us to just simply be who we are and for us to add human value, whether it be whatever it may be, whether it's politics, law, art, fitness. And we all come from all those different diasporas. All of us have different interests, different jobs, different goals. But we would never shortchange anybody about how they feel, or we think that we're more superior than anybody else. And would y'all agree with that?
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Or that we don't think that we're more entitled or we deserve more opportunity than anybody else?
Yeah, I mean, if anything, sometimes we think we aren't as deserving.
That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
We feel like we don't belong in certain places, or
feel like we got to go above and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Work 10 times as hard.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like I used to think, like when I was in, you remember when I went to like Diamond can tell this story. I remember this is the first time I was interviewing and going to Hunt School of Princeton. I was interviewing for a whole bunch of like private schools.
Yeah.
Because where we're from Trenton, like, you know, the public school system isn't
horrible.
It's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, it's improved, but I never forget. I finally got into a lot of schools, but I chose the Hunt School of Princeton. And I remember talking to Diamond about it, and I was like, yo, like, I'm going to be going there because my parents saying, you know, they wanted me to get a better education.
I was trying to go with him.
Diamond was like, yo, can I come? Yeah, yo, I remember where I was. Yo, I was like, it's funny, I was on the toilet.
Yeah.
Hey, yo. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, I was on the. I never forget. I was pooping, bro. I'm not
You're on the house phone too?
Yeah, I was on the house phone. I had my cell phone.
Yeah, your mom hopped on. Mike, I need you to get off the phone with your friend.
Yo, I never forget being so scared though, and my mom having to like literally like speaking to me like, yo, like you'll be fine. You're just as smart. You're just as good. And I remember like I didn't even realize until like when I actually got into class. I remember sitting in my history class and I was the only black kid there. And I know there's been God knows how many people who've had that same story. And for me, I felt like, damn, like, why is it only me? Or is it like, is there something wrong with us? No. But no, it's not. It's just like you talked about, Baba. I just happen to have an opportunity.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
But that's the whole premise of that black privilege, you feel me? How you show up in that space. Like, I think for me, something that I think about each day now is like, how can I win today? Because sometimes when, like, with imposter syndrome or not feeling like you deserving, I feel like it always has to do with where I want to go. Like, I want a bigger opportunity. I want a promotion. Whereas like, I try to really think about how am I representing myself as a black man today? How am I going to go wake up and do a good job today? Still like, you know, those things still matter, but it's like more emphasis on how am I showing up for myself today? How am I showing up for my people today?
I think that Amari or Diamond, if y'all want to take a little bit. Yeah,
I'll say something. You know, I'm built off what Bob was just talking about. So one time I was working at a summer camp, and you know, this summer camp is, you know, mainly white, you know, and you know, a lot of the counselors are white. Long story short, I go there, I do a good job at the camp, you know, and always in the back of my mind, I'm like, because of the color of my skin, somebody waiting for me to mess up. Somebody waiting for me to do something dumb, be undisciplined. By the end of that camp, the owner came up to me and said, I didn't think you was gonna make it.
Wow.
But I respected that he was honest with me, and honestly, I was supposed to win Counselor of the Year that year. They didn't give it to me because I was a first-time counselor. But all I'm saying is that internal pressure, because I'm aware, just like you were aware when you went to that classroom, why am I different? So I gotta prove myself to myself and to others that I'm a good person. I mean no harm. I'm intelligent. All those things. You know, so every day you have to wake up and literally be your best self. And sometimes you have to go above and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
But finding that medium to stay true to yourself, because at the end of the day, when you look in the mirror or when you go around the people that really love you, that's what matters the most, no matter what, right? You can still be professional and be yourself. That's one thing I learned this year. When I started really just relaxing, being myself, showing up, as long as the job get done correctly and the job get done, period, I could be diamond. Whether I'm around this person of that color, that person of that color.
Just to add on, like, I just wanted to say one quick thing. Like, you know, in terms of the black privilege and what you just said, like, to be honest with you, like, the feeling that it gives me is just gratitude. Like it's a blessing. It's a blessing to be amongst my brothers. It's a blessing. And that's what I look at privilege as. Like, for me, privilege to me is synonymous as a blessing. And a lot of people say, oh, we always have to be strong. Yeah, there's sometimes we don't need to, which is why we lean on each other. When we talk, you know, it'll be, you know, future episodes where we talk about mental health, because we aren't like, there's only so much trauma you can go through as a people and not break down. Or as you were talking about, like, somebody expecting you
to fail.
But it is a blessing to be who we are in the space that we are at a time like this. Because there's a lot going on within, you know, politics, within sports, that's called into question, you know, like, what are our true motives as a people? You know, and in my personal opinion, I wouldn't want to be anyone else. Like, despite of our history and a lot of the trauma and hurt that we're going through, I'm so happy to be who I am. I'm happy to be amongst you all. I'm gonna bring it back to Bob because you seem like you.
Yeah. No, I wanted to pose a question to the group.
What's up?
Was there ever a time that you weren't happy to be who you are, and how did, like, where you felt less than, or you didn't feel like it was a privilege to be black? Because this might have been now, but
that's a great question.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah, man. I'm say yeah.
And I'm gonna bounce that off of Matt too, because I know Matt got.
Well,
something.
I'm gonna let Matt go. Let me sit and think on it, but I could definitely say yes to that question.
But are you asking? Is it easy? Like,
nah, it was a
no, not easier. That's not what I'm trying to ask. Are you asking, like, was there ever a point in our life where we thought or we wish we were another?
Well, yeah.
Like, wish we were white, or wish we
not
were
necessarily, or you just didn't you didn't view it as as strength to you. Like, we talk about black being strength, being power, but was there a time where you felt like maybe what was that switch for you?
Like it was a detriment.
It was yeah, exactly. Mike put it well. And what was that switch for you?
I mean, you always have that. I guess that light skin versus dark skin type of argument, you know. So there was a point where, not that I said or I thought that light skinned people were better, but I'm like, is it easier for them to get females or whatever when I was younger, right?
Facts.
But then I guess there was a period or it happened when it was just like, yo, the Chocolate Brothers in, you know, like
shout out Howard University. Shout out Howard University.
Some celebrity.
Chocolate man.
Oh, Hamptonian
it's okay, bro.
over here.
It's okay.
You're wilding right
The
now.
world ate you.
I'm sorry. I went to school in DC, bro.
Shout out to No. Shout out to Hampton.
City.
Chocolate City, baby.
It's
You
whatever.
feel me? Matt, show off that HBCU.
Yo.
Hey, I got a Hampton windbreaker. You could swap that out for, bro.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, somebody get a cool. Yeah. We got Lance on the.
Hey,
Shout out
listen.
Lance,
Hey,
yo.
listen. This is a message to Cool Kai. I need some.
He need his sponsorship.
We need you to
Brand
sponsor
ambassador. Anyway, yo,
we all need
talking about, Kai?
sponsorships.
Yeah.
Man, you owe my brother a check.
No, yeah, for real.
Straight up.
No, on some real shit though. Like, man, you really did bring in like another element to the whole discussion about, like, I guess essentially colorism. Even though we are talking about black privilege, but I think that is a product of that, because that has been used in history. Like, if you even think about, like, for instance, like the Rwandan genocide. And that's a much different topic than what you're talking about. But like the fact that you can. That was like our characteristics, our pigment, like our physical traits were used to divide us.
Yeah, I mean, you can just
But
go
that's the whole
simple.
thing about the dark. The lighter you are, the better at least in your mind, you think it is. You see it across multiple cultures.
And it's not even just black.
It's not just
It's
black.
Indians is big.
Dominicans.
When I went to Mexico, all of the commercials were light skinned.
And that's not the real
Right,
people.
exactly. So you know what I mean. So yeah.
But man,
It's what we see on TV, you know, like they glorify, you know, like, I mean, women deal with the same, you know, thing, you know, like when it comes to weight, you know, and that's what we deal with as a darker skin, you know, or sometimes.
Or people of color, just straight up. Nah, I hear you.
yeah. A big switch was like movies like Wakanda. That was a beautiful thing. Seeing like, and
I got a question for you after that. Go ahead.
yeah, no doubt. I think that was a big thing for me.
The first one, the second one, Bob.
All of them, bro.
Gotcha.
The first one was fire, but the first one, obviously, the first time we seen something like that, it was just it was beautiful. Then you got people like Daniel Kaluuya. Like I think, like obviously being African, I'm a lot more darker skin, so it was on the extreme side. Then also being African, you know, it was like a little dichotomy being black and African. Some people might say those are two different things, but personally for me,
We're
I
all
feel
brothers.
like nigga, when I walk into the office, I know since I'm Nigerian, but I'm black, nigga.
We all the same,
So
bro.
it's like we all the same. If I walk in the store, they not, oh, you Nigerian? Nah, you good? My
No
bad.
one
bro.
cares.
When you fill out that job application, you check.
African American, yeah, exactly. So like, I echo what Matt said. It was like that part of that, but like seeing things like in the media and just like that's why I think like the media matters so much. Being able to see people in the room that look like you, and I think that's a lot. Like
Gives
back
us
to my
hope.
point is like that's the hope that we're trying to give to see black people in good positions. I remember there was a time at work one time, and I was really going for a job, and I was in a room with like some senior leaders, and I looked left and right. I said, I seen all white and Indian people, and the first thing that came in my mind is like, damn, there ain't nobody here that looks like me. Fuck, am I meant to be here? And I wish at the time the first thought that came to my mind is it's okay to be the first, to innovate in that way, to set the path for others. But like,
Hey,
yeah.
since you're saying the first, shout out to Claudia Gay, you know, for being the
At
first.
first, yeah. Well, not
Facts.
she's second woman president of Harvard University.
I'm pretty sure it's the first.
She's the first.
I'm pretty sure she's the first.
Well, we'll do a little. We'll make sure we got that.
Regardless,
That's
it's
right.
dope.
But regardless, you're right, bro.
but what's your question, Mike?
I was gonna ask you to talk about like, well, you had asked the question about the time that you ever felt like the black privilege. So I was gonna pass that off to everybody
No,
else. just
I
to go deeper.
have a question for Baba.
Yeah,
So you're black and African.
yeah.
Did you have to deal with things even from black people
Oh, facts.
because
Like-
you're African?
Yeah, of course.
Listen, let's go back to the clicking.
Middle
Like-
school?
Oh, like just like the immature shit, like niggas asking you like,
Hey, bro.
nah, it's real
It's
though.
real,
It was
He
annoying.
had to deal with that in
Nah,
middle
it's
school.
like
yeah.
niggas calling you dark, but like I think that the thing is like,
And then talk about your name, too.
yeah,
Right.
like just people. Like I'll be honest, like I think one thing that I personally think that I didn't do myself justice. So my first name is,
Go ahead, say it, bro. Say it.
but it's Oluwakoyin Sola, and that means
What's in the middle, though?
Alexander's my middle name. But like I found that, so like a little history of me, like I was born in the US but lived in Nigeria from 1 to 5, then lived in London. And the time that I started going by my middle name was when I came to America.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know if it was like I fell off or I
Or it was easier?
it was easier to, and I don't know what it was, but like that was the time I changed my name. So I would say like thinking that I needed to fit in and not like be happy with that blessing, because my name means a drop of blessing, or God has added wealth to the family.
Beautiful
and it's
name.
a
That's a
powerful
beautiful name, bro.
But it's like, and more recently as I've been growing up, I've just been like, dang, I kind of want to live by my name, but
Yeah,
it becomes like, yo,
It's a conversation
do I just
starter.
Yeah.
do I just tell everybody like, you know what, fuck it, like this is what I'm going by now.
Yo, I'm not gonna.
Like,
I'm
But
not gonna,
yeah,
I'm
never
not
too
gonna lie.
late.
Like what you just said is how like I feel like a lot of black people have felt. Even just with you like identifying because you're dealing with a duality.
Yeah.
Not only are you black, but you're African, but you're not familiar to American culture. So you're just entering that realm. So you're dealing with both. Where like for some of us, we're born in America, but sometimes we don't embrace our blackness based on whatever circumstance it may be. But at the same time, like as we get older, I feel like we start to be like, nah, like I love me. I love being black. I love our culture, all that stuff. So I feel like if we can put more emphasis on that, even with our, like, because none of us have kids at this point, but in the future, I'm sure based on how you feel, based on the fact that you know, whether you have a son or a daughter, I'm sure like you will be like,
Nah.
like
Still that
embrace your,
confidence.
and you're exactly on it. Instill that confidence. You're gonna be like, nah, like embrace your African roots. You are American, but love who you are.
Right.
And that's like, I think that's like, that just goes even more into what we're talking about in terms of what black privilege means to us. Yeah. So I fuck with that. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say, kind of building off the kids thing. I just think we're further than our parents,
Okay.
so we'll know off the bat from day one. You know, you're beautiful no matter you're dark or light or dark, no matter what your name is. You know, I kind of struggle with some things that. I don't know, Mike, if you struggle, you kind of borderline, Mike. You can go for light skin a little bit, bro. But
Wait, hold on.
Me, Matt, and Bob, we dark skin, but growing up, I feel like most of these things that we deal with,
Hey,
Nigga, I'm just bro, I'm your complexion.
It's all right.
you're beautiful. You're beautiful.
You're beautiful.
But look, my point is this,
Yo,
though.
you gotta be kidding me, bro.
Hey, man, I'm busting your balls, bro. My point is this, though, right? We deal with a lot of this stuff when we're
Nigga said
younger.
I'm light skinned.
So, you know, like Baba right now, as a man who loves himself, it's cool to embrace your name, bro. Because people from Asia, all over the world, they meet you, they realize your name isn't Alex, it's actually something else. They're gonna think that's dope. Like Diamond, that's a girl's name, dog. My whole life until I got older.
Now, first of all, that's cap. That's cap because
Which
all
I
the
know is
girls.
cap.
Yo, when we was in middle school, all the girls loved the fact that his name was Diamond. Oh, Diamond! Oh my God, that's your name, really? No, it's not.
Right?
Cap.
Right?
Cat.
And middle school, but elementary school,
Cap.
it was rough,
Cat.
man. Kids is rough, bro.
Cap.
I don't know.
Cap.
You don't know?
Diamond in the rough. What's going on?
All right.
Nah.
But-
I'm just buzzing, bro.
I know. But no, my point is this though. Instilling the confidence in our future kids, you know, to embrace who you are. That's it.
I got one thing. I mean, especially what Bob was speaking about being proud of your name. I know with my brand, one of the things for me was just there's power in your name. You know, you got to be proud of that. I named my brand Asim Amari, which is my brother's middle name. Asim, which means protector. And then, of course, my name Amari means love. It has Asim is Arabic origin, and of course Amari is African origin. So I just wanted to keep that and, you know, keep his legacy alive, but of course be proud of my name, be proud of who I am, you know what I mean? And just be proud of the legacy that my brother left, you know what I mean, while he was here on so many people. So just being proud of your name, I appreciate you for, you know what I mean, just speaking that into existence, because that means a lot. You know, there's a story to everybody.
Facts.
If we're about to wrap up, but if I can go around and if I can have everybody give, when you say black, what does that mean to you? Oh, and it's not even just black. You can be anybody of any color. But when you think of it, what is one word that you would attach to that? And I'll start with Amari, since you just finished up.
I would say it's an honor. It's an honor to be black.
Baba?
I would say power.
Diamond?
Kind of something like strength, power.
Matt?
When I think of black, I give you two.
Go ahead. Speak your mind.
When I think of black, I think of what could be. And I think of black, I think of, you know, like you said, power and unity. But that's why I said what could be.
Oh,
I get you.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I see you.
Bro.
Yeah, so that's what I think of.
I like that.
That's that poetic side of Matt.
That's deep.
Matt is a poet.
That's deep.
I'll finish this off with saying, for me, black means Renaissance.
Okay.
We appreciate you all for listening, tuning in. Shout out to Matt, Diamond, Amari, Baba, myself, some handsome black men on your TV.
Shout out to Danny.
Shout out to our producer, Danny. This is a Black Privilege podcast, and we appreciate you for tuning in. All love. Peace.